Hello everybody and welcome back to Academiopolis, where I loaded up the game and was presented with this. Yeah, so I think our best bet to handle this would be to go through and make a slight modification for all of our interchanges here, assuming we can. And that would be to just put in this in all of these locations. That slope too steep. And so is that. Fair enough. So we would need to make some slight modifications to this here. And I'm going to do exactly that. So let's do this for now. And I want to make sure that these are at basically the same height. Which I believe is that, right? I think so. And we want this to connect in down over here. Like so. That is not the way I want that to connect up, but we can go ahead and create this first. That is not the way I want that to go either. Uh-huh. Well, this is exciting. Yeah, so I think we'll just take this back out of here. And we'll just have to put this pillar at a slightly different location. So instead of being here, I'm afraid it's going to have to be here, which means we're going to have to take it down an elevation step, because we can't match up with that height here. So we're going to have to take it down an elevation step like that, and then do something like this, which means that this is going to be lopsided now. Which means that we're going to need to edit this side as well. Which isn't the end of the world. So then we take this out to over here. We want this to be in the straight line mode for right now. Take it to right here. And we want this to be the same height, which I believe is that. There we go. And then we just run this right on in like that. And then in theory, we can do that. Fantastic. Now we're going to have to do largely the same thing over here, actually. So let's take this out of here for now. And then run this to right here, but we're going to want this to be not at that elevation step for sure, but at that elevation step. That's the one we want. Okay, and then we should, in theory, be able to run this straight into here, but that's...
The wait is over. It's finally here.
Obnoxious.
Bowling
Okay.
Every Friday night, anyone who buys at least 2 games of bowling.
So in that case, we're going to need to have it be here instead.
Due to recent incidents, the chili will
Is that the correct height?
at the end of your visit. That way
Yes,
you
it
can
is.
enjoy it wherever you
Ish.
want, in a park,
Correct-ish.
at home, or on a construction site. In the meantime,
Which means, of course, that we're going to have to take this out of here too. Hopefully, it's not going to be quite this extensive for all of them, because that would be obnoxious. That is not the right height. Okay, so we want this to be right there. Okay. And now, in theory, we can do this. Excellent. And in theory, we can do this. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, man. Okay, maybe we can bring it this direction?
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy
Ish.
and the Stallion, the only morning show featuring DJ Jimmy Fries and a 4-year-old quarter horse named Clover.
This is Jimmy Fries.
Okay, let's try taking it out like this.
Looks like
I mean, it works, but it also doesn't.
They'll play your favorite hits, give out great
Maybe if we just take it a little bit further out this direction.
Jimmy and the Stallion.
No.
Stable entertainment only on
We pretty much have to be over here. Like, this is the only way it'll let us do this. That's real awkward.
Don't you want money for nothing? Yeah, you do. What's the catch? There is one. Anyone who wants it can have it. You just have to ask.
So basically, it has to be like this if it's going to work.
The perfect place to strike it rich. Who
Okay.
are we? Well, we're the #1
And we can do
in
that.
the region. And you are a motivated, driven, confident individual.
But this is so awkward. I really don't like it. I really want this to be up over this way. Like, could we potentially bring this out over here?
The early bird catches the
And
worm,
then curve
and the
it in?
worm is a bus at 140
From here?
industrial way that leaves at dawn. So grab destiny
We
by
can.
the horns. Go on. Grab
It's
it.
not
yours
perfect,
for the taking. Money
but
for
it's better.
nothing.
Well, that definitely took longer than expected. So let's see if we can just slope too steep. Okay. So over here, we've got a slope too steep issue, and yeah, I can see why. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's just go ahead and take this on out of here. And then we need to run this highway to right here at the same elevation step. So that would be, I believe, there. And we can get that out of there and then just connect this in. Apparently not. Gonna have to take it out even further. Space already occupied. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a very awkward pillar that we've got there. Just take this up to, say, here, and then to here. There, that finally works. And with any luck, we're able to just bring this right in. Awkward. Slope too steep. Really, even with it being this long? What is this angle? Oh my. Well, let's actually take this out of here. That might have something to do with it. Okay, that's slope too steeping. Uh-huh. But the angle is actually decent. Oh, now it's gonna let me. Whatever. You know what? I'll take it. Okay. There's that one done. And let's just see if that alleviates this problem at all. So let's let it tick forward a little bit here. And we'll just see if that helps. I'm going to go up to speed 3. And it looks like it is helping. Now we're probably going to need to control which side stops, right? So I think let's go ahead and hop into our traffic here. Where's our intersections? I believe this one? Junctions. Yes. So we would want a stop sign here and here. Then we'd want one here and here and here and here and here. We don't want to stop flow of traffic on either of the main highways. Only, exclusively, we would want to have the flow of traffic stop over here. Like, you should not be stopping, but that's just because there's not enough space to turn in, I think. Okay, let's see if that helps. It seems to be flowing slightly better over here, but look at this turn lane. Kinda nuts. I mean, it doesn't help that they're not using some of the lanes here. Yeah. Let's take a double check this quick, and they are having issues with dead people. We'll need to check into that too. Let's go ahead and do that quick, actually. So we've got a fire over here. We've got dead people up over here. Okay. Where's the nearest crematorium? Over there? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'll put one up right here. Excellent. And yeah, the university building is on fire. We have some helicopters on the job, though. The other thing that I'm noticing is these guys are wanting to go primarily... They're wanting to... A lot of these are going straight, but they're not in the straight lane that just keeps going. Like, a lot of this fault is on the drivers, not on the design. Like, Okay. Now they're moving again. Oh, here's our academic report. So the Seaside College lost some students, as did the Academiopolis Institute. Okay. I'm mostly just interested right now in making sure that this traffic cleans up, and it seems to be partially cleaning up, but not fully. It's kind of moved now, which, I mean, the time of day has changed. I don't know if that actually affects anything. Okay, so let's get rid of some of these tweets. And I think mostly we're not going to need to control our junctions. Generally, I've found that doing that in this game actually tends to make things a little bit worse, and that if they're just yielding, it's better, but at the same time, I want flow on these highways to be much better. Like, I don't want them waiting. So let's go ahead and set up junctions over here as well, and see if that helps. So we need a stop sign here, here, here. We would also need... I mean, this is kind of awkward, because it ends there, but we'd need a stop sign here, and here, and here, and here. Like that. So something along the lines of this. It also bears noting that this is not the only way to get to these locations. Are these people going to... like, where are they even going? Let's take a quick look at our traffic routes here. Where's our traffic map mode? That's transport. Where exactly is traffic? I know it's in here somewhere. That's an education map mode, which might be handy later on. I thought it was in traffic routes. Okay. What exactly is this route here? Goes to over here? Fine. So we're looking at the route that this car is taking. Okay. Interesting. So you're going to a lumber mill, and you're going over here. I mean, they're all going to different locations. But the thing is, there are different ways to get there. Like, they could be coming southbound on this highway, and some of them are. But they don't all have to be coming southbound over here. It looks like it's mostly just right here that we're having substantial gridlock. The question does become, how do we want to fix that? It's a good question, and I'll have to think about it. I don't actually know the solution right now. So it's just that this space between the interchanges is overloaded with people trying to navigate the interchange here. I mean, we could turn it into like a roundabout sort of thing. Which would essentially mean that we would remove these internal roads. So essentially, they'd be easy enough to rebuild. Essentially, we would do something along the lines of this. And then we would need to have our intersection be controlled in such a way that I wouldn't want... Oops, I do not want to be in this bulldoze mode while doing that. No. We do that. And then we would have these junctions be set up where you I wish there was a yield option, but a stop sign here and here, essentially any time that you enter the roundabout. Then the question is, does that actually handle this flow better? I'm not sure this is better. In fact, I think this is worse. I mean, it functions, but there's definite backup over here. So I think let's go ahead and put this road back in. Now I don't actually want this to be a bridge. Whoa, what is this elevation step? That's some exciting stuff. Okay, so I want this to be basically right there. Let's put a pillar here for now. And then I want this to go here. And then connect in there. Then over here, same sort of thing. This elevation step is still wacky. I don't think we need to do this for all of our... Oh my. That's not correct. I don't think we need to do this for all of our highways through here. So yeah, what is this elevation? Oh my. Okay, so I think we'll just put it here and here for now. That's exactly the places we don't want it. But I just want to get the elevation correct currently. Oh my. I still don't know what it's doing with this elevation. Is that too low? Maybe. It might be too low. So obviously these pillars are incorrect. But I just want to take this forward now to right about here. And we can get rid of this. Actually, these pillars are wrong. Hang on, that's not right at all. Man, these elevation steps are wacky. So we want this to be basically one elevation step up and about right here. Should do the trick. Same thing over here. And then we want that to go there, right? Actually, I think that's that's not quite correct on where we want this pillar to go. We want the pillar to be... I'm going to actually turn off some of this snapping. Okay, so right there, I think. Is that correct? Not quite. It needs to be, like, right here, actually, is where it needs to be. Oof. So, like, there. Correct? Yeah, I don't want the elevation to be this wacky. Come on. Let's take this down as far as we can. Minimum elevation step. What is even happening? Okay, let's take this over here. Minimum elevation. This is the minimum elevation right here. Okay, so we're going to need to get this to be slightly higher elevation. Then we want to connect this in over this way. But I want this to remain at the minimum elevation to about here. And then what is even happening? Okay, we need to get rid of this segment. There's no doubt about that. Now, I don't want this to curve. I guess we got to get rid of this. I have completely broken this turnaround. So we want to take it to... Actually, not quite there. So right there. Okay. Now we want to get rid of this. I'm just going to put it back to the way it was at the beginning. Oh, boy. What are we not on snapping here? We are snapping. It's just not wanting to. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll get rid of these for the time being. And then we'll see about connecting this in over here, but not like this. We'll have to get rid of this section here. And then using the straight line tool, we will... Oof. This elevation, though, right here is the correct elevation step. Let's get the pillars in where they are here. And then do something kind of like that. Okay. Now let's get this at 90 degrees. Oof. That's real awkward. But I guess it'll have to do. Because this is such a different height. Okay, fair enough. Now let's see about building this over. Yeah, slope too steep, obviously, because you're at the maximum elevation step for some reason. Okay, the minimum elevation step where we can actually get it in between here. Actually, we can't. The snapping is not letting me get it right here, which is where we need it. So let's have it be about like this. Okay, there we go. Now let's get the snapping where it needs to be, which I believe is here or here. Which one? This is correct. Okay, so snapping there, connect that in, connect this in, and let's see if we can get this a little better. So, ideally, we would take this out to, we want this to have road length guides. Take it out to there. Okay. Now it works better. Let's see if we can make this one better, too. Okay. Well, that's bizarre. Now, this is not connected over here. And the pillars are slightly off, but... Okay. There we go. Well, that was a failed experiment, for sure. Let's go ahead and just revert all of this back. And then we're just going to pretend this never happened and doesn't exist. Okay. Like, guys, there are more highways than just this one. I mean, if you're coming this way and going to the airport, maybe? Oh, we've got dead people over here. We should probably get a crematorium down. We don't really have one in this region, so one here will be fine. Does it need power? It will need power. Let's actually move it. Somewhere where there is power already. There we go. That should do the trick. Okay, and now we'll see if this traffic clears up a little bit. Because it backed up pretty far while we were working on that, and it'll take time to get through this. It's literally just this section. And I guess this here. That's a long line of cars. They're trying to go straight? Why are they stopping? Is there a stop sign there? There should not be a stop sign there. Okay, it messed up those stop signs. That will help matters a lot. Excellent. So that's definitely flowing better. So let's give that a little bit of time. And in the meantime, I mean, we've got this up here. I'll be honest, I was kind of avoiding this. I haven't figured out how to solve it yet. And this was a clear problem. It seems to be slightly better. Yeah, I think it's slightly better, and as this cleans up over time, I think that'll help. I mean, maybe we should remove these over here and have this be our standard land one, but on water it works like this. Maybe. Oh, that's a lot of dead people. Okay. We have one crematorium up over here. We should clearly put down another one. And I'm going to put one down over here. Because that is a whole lot of dead people waiting for transport. And there's more over here. Okay. So let's go ahead and place some more crematoriums in this region. This is a lot. Okay, let's put one down here. And then maybe one down right here. And then one up over here. About like that. And we also could use one over here, and I'll put one right there. And also one over here. Maybe right here. Now we do have some demand for industry, so let's go ahead and put some offices around this edge. Like so. About like that. And we will also have some we'll have some issues with these dead people for a while. But what is our crematorium availability? Yeah, we've got plenty of availability. We just need to, like, actually send out the hearses. So we should be fine on that front, and you can see they're getting picked up at this point. So that's excellent. We do have a small amount of residential demand, so I'm going to go ahead and zone a little bit of residential over here. That said, we do also have some power lines that we can probably get away with removing. Like, for example, this one right here. We can definitely get away with removing that. We can also avoid these power lines now. That should be fine. And of course, there's those power lines going out there that we can't really avoid. There we go. There's some progress on that front. Excellent. Now that our dead people problem is largely taken care of, how's this traffic doing up over here? Well, not amazingly, is the answer. But it's doing okay-ish. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode I'll continue thinking about maybe seeing if I can figure out a way around this, but for right now, we may move on to something else. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.